Hello and welcome back. I will not sing the theme song to Welcome Back, Cotter. You will not like me doing that. We are playing with the Wukong expansion board. That's an expansion board, extension board for the microbit. And we're going to play with a 270-degree servo. What that means is that servo can turn anywhere from 0 to 270 degrees. We can have 180 servos and 360 servos. There's actually two kinds of 360 servos. I have a separate video on that. One 360 only turns to angles. The other one actually rotates continuously 360 one direction or the other direction, depending on what numbers you put in. So 270 understands numbers from 0 to 270. But you got to code it correctly. But let's plug this sucker in. Now the Wukong board actually has pins for servos, and they're labeled S0 through S7. You could use these pins down here, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But these pins up here are designed to be 5 volts, which servos like, and run better on 5 volts. And that's why we use it. Now, you got to make sure you plug it in correctly. Red is usually power, but being in the middle, that doesn't help us. But brown or black is ground. And then the orange here, so would be the signal. So the black is ground, red is power, and blue, something other, is signal. So we plug it in there, and we will have to turn on the power when we got the code on here, because right now it's just getting 3 volts from the USB. But again, we want the 5 volt, and we plugged it into the 5 volt pins, and those only work when you turn the rechargeable battery on. So here we are at make code. Wukong has an extension so you can deal with 270 and 360 servos. What do I mean deal with them? So it knows how to talk to them. Because if you just use the regular, let's go down here. If you just use this regular pin thing and servo pin, it's not going to work right. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's go. Wukong extension blocks. Grab this set. All right, set. I have a 270 pin. I have a 270 servo set on servo 7. I just want to initialize it to angle 0. I like initializing things, getting them set up. And now we're going to use the inputs to make it do different things. Let's see. I could put things in a forever loop if I wanted to. Do this, wait a second, do that, wait a second, do that. I'm just going to use the buttons. There's only one block. So set my 270 on 7 to angle. Again, it goes from 0 to 270. So let's go 155. I don't know, I'm just picking numbers. And then we're going to go past 180 because people are used to servos that go 180. When we press button B, let's go to 255. I don't know, I'm just grabbing. And then let's go A and B. Let's go to 270. So let's go lower that one a little bit. Okay. Go on, go 155, in between 90 plus. Let's download. And let's get over to the camera. Servos run between $2 and $20 for basic robotics, and there's a lot more expensive ones too. Precision, quality. So things you have to decide what you want. So I am going to turn on the power. Press the restart. That is 0. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not straight up. I don't know how to get it straight up. And that was supposed to be less than 180, right? 155 kind of thing. So let's reset it again. There's 0. So my pencil's is doing a 180 thing, right? So button A, okay, and then button B was like 250 something, and then A and B together should go a little farther. Boom, just went a little farther, right? Well, it's 270. Okay. Now, if you put a number bigger than 270, it's not going to like it. I'll show you. Let's go 300. Download that code. All right, it reset back to 0. Press A, press B. Now watch and see if it moves. It didn't move because, again, we told it it's a 270 servo. It only understands up to 270. So couldn't move. Now I said we could do something else, but you don't want to, but I'll show you why you don't want to. So these are the pins you want to use. They're the servo pins. They get 5 volts. Let's say we just want to do these other pins because we're used to these. Am I plugged in right? Ground? Yes. Okay. I'm going to put it on 0. Let's go to the code. Again, I don't need the Wukong for those pins. Those are just pins, right? There's nothing special about those, but the ones that are marked S0 through 7, there was something special about those. All right, so let's get these out. Come on. Get these out of the way. So I've got this servo right pin. And it's on pin 0. I'm plugged into pin 0, and I'm going to tell it to start at 80. And then I'm going to say, hey, when I press button A, go to 90. And when I press button B, let's go to 180. Then we'll just, okay, we'll keep going, right? Let's go to, this won't be needed, but hey, we'll give it. We'll see what happens, okay? So we're thinking we're going 90, 180, 270, right? It's kind of doing an emulator over here, right? Okay, so let's download that. And it's gonna start right away. Okay. Come to the camera. All right, so I'm gonna restart it, but that was 0 for us, right? So we went 90, 180, 270. So here's 90. 90 should be like over here, right? Why didn't it go 90? Huh. All right, so the next one was 180, right? And 180 should be like down here. Why didn't it go 180? And AB should go 270. It doesn't move. What? All right, so here's what's happening. Let's see if I can actually write this here. We have a, I want to be up here. Nope, I want to be over here. We have a 270 servo. It understands numbers from 0 to 270. But the pins we were just now using only talk 0 to 180. So when we told it to go to 90, that's halfway. Well, halfway here is 135. When we told it to go to 180, that's a really ugly 180. That's all the way. So it actually went to 270 because that's all the way on the servo. That's why it's nice that Wukong has those that block that says, hey, this is a 270 servo, give me numbers 0 to 270. Whereas that pins one only can do numbers 180, and the servo's interpreting, saying, hey, you told me to go halfway, I'll go halfway. You told me to go all the way, I'll go all the way. So you have to be aware of that. Also, those are only 3 volts, so that might not run as well as you want. Find the blocks that let you use the servo the way you want to use the servo. Okay? So play with servos, add them into stuff. Bye.